All right, we're just caught this game. This is game 15, a record of the match between Turdz and Akiyama. I have not caught any of the games till now. Akiyama's first turn, he clearly sees he has arguably four cards for the same corner, three, four cards, plays in three, directs the game to where his cards will be well placed. This makes a lot of sense. Turdz responds with a strong corner. This also makes sense. It is worth noting this is same plus combo, no plus wall, which is part of the reason it's been so drosh. I think no plus wall is a perfectly good rule set. I'm not complaining about the rule set here, but it is going to exaggerate how drosh things are. So, first thing, does Akiyama have setups in 5? I do not see them. I don't think there is any way to set up 4. So, there might be ways to set up 8. Now, one thing to note, no, that doesn't work. I have nothing to note. I was going to say, Akiyama has a way if he sets up a square and then is ready to respond if the opponent blocks that square, and he doesn't always need to set up 2 squares. And so, one thought I had here was if he could go in 5 setting up 8 and Turdz didn't have a way to block 8, and Akiyama could then play 7, 2, 4, 6, and 9, capturing safely anything in 8. But he can't capture 4, 7, 4, 4, and so I don't think ideas like that work. If Akiyama goes in 6 and forces a capture in 2, 5, 6, and 4 will be showing. It is very hard to have combo play against all of that. So there's probably not a tool there. If Turdz captures in 6, he has lots of different stuff facing out he can do after that. So I don't think you want to go in 2 or 6 forcing the action. And 4 and 8 seem unlikely. So I'd probably be looking at 1 and 9 here. But this looks tough. He goes 4. I didn't actually check if he had safety in response. Good idea. Do we have setups? 5, 5, 6, 3, and 2 is interesting. But one thing that's bad about it is it sets up Akiyama in 1 with 6, 5, 1, 6, so Akiyama has both 1 and 5 with that card. And I think Akiyama will just avoid playing those squares. But the fact that Akiyama has 1 means it's hard for you to start in 5, so that's probably not the way. There's also 3, 1, 6, 7, and 2. Kind of goofier move, but it sets up a threat in 5. Note that the move in 5 does not set Akiyama up in 8, and it sets up a threat in 1. Now, the threat in 1 is not that significant because Akiyama can reply in 5, but your point by going 3, 1, 6, 7, and 2 is you're trying to go 5. You're trying to go 5. Now, that can only really lead to ties, I think. Well, they can't go 1 because you have the combo in 5. And I don't think they can go 5 because you combo through 1 unless they can go 5 while setting up 8. Or I guess while setting up certain chains in 6. The chains in 6 never work. So they have to go 5 setting up 8 if they're going to go 5. And they do not have a way to do that. So if you go 3, 1, 6, 7, and 2, I think Akiyama can't go 1 because you will flip 2 things to go up 7, 3, and Akiyama can make it 6, 4, and 8, and you go 6, he goes 9, you each capture 1, 7, you win 6, 4. And if Akiyama blocks 5, you go 1, and I think that must be winning. So Akiyama has to play in 6, 8, or 9. And if he goes in something like 6, I think you're playing 4, 4, 7, 4, and 5. It's going to flip 2 things. You're going to be up 7, 3. There's only 1 capture. There's no captures in 1. And so you just have to make sure they don't have a double capture at the end, which I think is pretty doable. Maybe not. Maybe the 6, 5, 1, 6 sweeps at the end there. So the line there would be, I think it has to be 5, 7, 5, 3 goes. No. Maybe against 6 you can just go 9 or something. This looks very good to me. I like 3, 1, 6, 7, and 2. Turdz has picked it up, so I think there's a good chance he plays it. Yeah, cool. This made a lot of sense to me too. Just playing on the diagonal from their safe card while setting lots of stuff up. So I was thinking 6 for Akiyama, and my key line here, which I hadn't really finished calculating, was something in 6, let's say 5, 7, 5, 3. No, you don't want it to be comboed because that flips 1 as well. Maybe it doesn't. No, it does matter. You do have combos back in 9, but I think you never get to take them. So for instance, if 5, sorry, 5, 7, 5, 3, and 6, 4, 7, 4, 4, and 5 flips 3 cards, makes it 8 to 2. And then if you combo back in 9, you combo back 2 cards, I go 8, you've lost anyway. So you have to go 1. And if you go 1, I block 9, and 6, 5, 1, 6 will take 5, and it will take 9, but you'll still lose 6 to 4. So it can't be 5, 7, 5, 3. It has to be one of the other two. Now, the problem with the other two is they both have those 6s facing out, and that gives additional options to Turdz in 5, right? Turdz could play in 5 with the 4, 4, 7, 4, but they can also now hold on to it. So if, for instance, 6, 5, 1, 6, and 6, Turdz can now play, say, 5, 5, 5, 4. No, that sets up 8. Yeah, so 6, 5, 1, 6, and 6 is the critical move in 6. Because by keeping 7, 2, 4, 6, you have a response to a 6 facing down from 5. And by keeping 5, 7, 5, 3, you have a response to a 5 facing down from 5. Man, this is a weird calculation. So I think 6, 5, 1, 6, and 6 is the critical move. There might be something in 9 as well, but I don't think so. I don't think so. And it's very hard for there to be anything in 8. You don't have combo play and you're better sweeping side to side than up down. Yeah, because the 7 you can't handle. So I think 6, 5, 1, 6 is the critical move. If that holds, that's likely to be the best move. Note, it does give up the card for 5. That might be a problem. Maybe Turdz can go 1 there. But I think 6, 5, 1, 6, and 6 is really interesting. There's so many options for Turdz, right? Turdz can go 8 there. 8 is very reasonable. I suspect it's a win, but if we're just kind of checking, can Turdz win by going in 1 or 5? Then it seems to me that 6, 5, 1, 6 is the best hope to stop that. Maybe even that doesn't work because maybe Turdz can surrender 8 because he has 1 in reply. Man. Complicated position. I'm curious to see what Akiyama does. Oh, no plus wall. My whole line's stupid. The 5, 7, 5, 3 doesn't get comboed back in 6. So, the idea of so it doesn't work for other reasons, but 5, 7, 5, 3, and 6 especially doesn't work because there's no combo back in 9. I forgot about that. I don't think it actually changes any of the important lines I calculated because I think we refuted that move in 6 anyway. But so I solver checked the first 7 games of this now 15 game match, and in the first 7 games, they played no mistakes, like no moves that lose, no moves that miss a win, in 6 of the 7 games, which is a remarkably high rate. Most of the kind of top end players make no mistakes in 50 to 65% of random games, somewhere in that range. Some players play more complicated styles and there are more mistakes in both directions. Some players play safer, there are fewer mistakes in both directions. A lower mistake count is not necessarily the better player, but it is to say the normal rate is like 50 to 65, 50 to 70%, somewhere in that range. People vary over time as well, but somewhere in that range. 6 out of 7 games against each other to really, really strong players is a remarkably high rate. All right, he's picked up 5, 7, 5, 3, and he has put it in 6. But I thought this was not the best try in 6. I thought 4, 7, 4, 4 in 5. is just game. Makes it 8-2. One is dead, and because it's 8-2, when you go in one, they can go in nine. Even if you do have the double capture, you still lose 6-4. So I think Turdz has done it. A really good move in two. This was a tough hand for Akiyama. He had 3 cards facing upright, and he tried to direct the game how it was good, and Turdz went the other way. I don't know what he should have done on turn 3. There wasn't an easy answer. Um, this move made sense, but I think Turdz' reply was really good. I thought 6-5-1-6 and 6 was the best try. Clearly, he thought similarly. For once, Akiyama actually spent his full time thinking. I'm gonna, on the side, bring up the solver now because I'm really curious if anything held there. My prediction is no, but it's always interesting to find out. But this is to say, this was a really high quality match. It is a shame I didn't catch more of it because it would have been interesting to talk about. But they were playing before my time of day. Time zones. They're in Europe. Turdz goes 5, Akiyama goes 1, and Turdz can now play either card in 9 because he is up 8-2. And we see him clinch 6-4. Huge congrats to Turdz. And let's input the hands. So 6-6-2-4, 7-6-1-3, 7-2-4, 5-7-5-3, 7-2-4-6, 6-5-1-6 was the first turn hand. The second turn hand was 6-7-4-2, 3-1-6-7, 4-7-4-4, 5-5-5-4, 5-5-6-3. And we finally have a winner. Again, this was a really good match. And kind of a shame this is the only one I caught, but it set the record for longest match we've ever seen at 15 games. This even includes things like TTAC, where there were 3 different rule sets to be played. This is the longest match we've seen. Let's flip over to the solver. All right, here's the solver. So here, nope, not there. Close the other window. Let's make sure I have the window that tells me what move values are. Were there ties here? There were. This was not a losing position. There were 4 ties here. One of them was this. Which, okay. Very strong corner. Hard to deal with. If it's captured, you do have the recapture. All right. That makes some sense. That was one of them. Here, weirdly. Here, forcing the action. Now, I thought you didn't have enough combo play if you force the action. You can combo this, but I thought this seemed unlikely. Maybe getting this out of the hand is just worth enough. All right, interesting. And the move that was played was a tie. So very good move by Akiyama to keep the game alive. Turdz plays in 2, and there is 1 tie, and it was not 6. We were all wrong. I was wrong, at least. You go in 1. And you walk into the combo. I thought this didn't work. What did I miss here? Oh, you have the plus on both cards remaining. Oh, I totally missed that. And neither can take a 5. Yeah. Oh, that lines up exactly right. 1 tie, totally missed it. I thought the best try was here, where 5 moves win. Including 5. All right, that was not my finest moment. This was the move played. 2 moves win. 5 and a move and 8. All right, my try was not so good. We can admit this. But it turns out, just going here, but you had to see exactly this weird combination of final combos, which Akiyama has a good eye for. Man, I'm a little embarrassed about 6516. That is 5 wins against it. I just thought it the specific line I saw that gave me hope in it, and then I kind of stopped calculating, was after here. Why is this hopeful? This is just losing. Yeah, that was terrible. What was I doing? I think I was trying to play the 6-5-1-6 twice, right? Because if we have 6-5-1-6 here, this is a tie. So I must have just thought I could use the same card twice. That was the problem with the line, was I was switching which card I was playing in 6. Because, if you have the 6-5-1-6 here, you tie. But I couldn't get the right version. And the reason I didn't want to use this one, no, not that. Here this holds because you do have the 6-5-1-6. So why did I not like this one? Oh, it was because you walked into other kind of combos in 5. Now that one you hold apparently. This one, right. This one you hold. I've just forgotten everything I thought about because of this. But this one you shouldn't hold. No, you lose there. So I was trying to do a move where if they went in 5, we had combo play back. Now that might still lose, but either way. And yeah, so I was trying to control that, and I forgot that in this line I couldn't play 6-5-1-6 again. But I also didn't check moves in 8 and 9, and apparently there were a bunch of wins there. So bad job by me. Good job by Turdz. And also, this would have been a really great find for a tie. It was a very interesting position. Okay, the epic match has finally concluded.